Hi, Christy here in my living room. This is the final video clip that goes with our yoga workout. This is Yoga, Restore, and Relax. So hopefully you join me for all the other portions of this yoga workout. But if you're just using this as just a stretching video, this is perfect too. It's great for post-running, post-cycling, post-whatever workout you've done. So if you have a bolster, feel free to use a bolster in some of these stretches, or a pillow or whatever. And you can use it to sit on. So it'll elevate your hips a little bit and make some of these final stretches a little bit easier if you're really tight in your hips, okay? So we're gonna start with ankle to knee. And this is a deep hip opener, and I've already done this stretch in some of my functional flexibility videos, because this is like by far one of the greatest hip openers, but it is really intense. So breathe, roll the shoulders up, back, and down, lift through the chest, actively press the knees open. If you feel okay here, you can try to reach the arms forward and walk it down some. Now, if you don't need a bolster, just take it down to the mat. Now, if you find that as you start to go deeper into a stretch, it hurts, ease up. Just start to rewind a little bit on your progress. I'm going to try taking the bolster away just to get that deeper stretch. Now, if you find that you're feeling uncomfortable in your ankles, give yourself a little more cushioning for those bony parts. And then really actively think of this action as coming from the hips and not just the knees. And breathe. And again, a stretch is not just a stretch. This is not passive. This is very active. We're pressing down through the hips and knees. We're really opening. We're aware of the inner thigh action. I'm actively propped up on my arms to help me ease into this stretch. Good. And then release. Take it into your cow face. So draw your knees into your body. And we did a really intense leg workout if you did the leg workout. So if you feel any of those muscles cramping up on you right now, remember, come out of a pose, let those muscles relax, and then try the pose again. But you can't stretch through a cramp. Hollow up the abs, and then drop the chest forward. So I'm using my arms for some leverage to really get into that tight glute. Oh, feels so good. And this is where it's really crucial to breathe. I know when we're doing the hard sequences, sometimes we're just huffing and puffing and our Ujjayi breathing goes out the door. But this is the part where you can really reconnect with your Ujjayi breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils, and really using that exhalation to get you deeper into the stretch. Just relax and melt into it. Good. Open up the chest and switch legs. We'll start with ankle to knee. Again, if you need to, raise yourself up a little bit on a bolster or some pillows. Cushion the ankle bones if they are getting nice and bruised here. And again, actively open up through the hips and knees. Ujjayi breathing. Keeping it real, people. Keeping it real. After my long run, I am so tight in my hips, So if you have tight hips, I feel your pain. If you have really flexible hips, I'm very jealous. Not good for you. Good for you. Lean forward some. Keep the abs just softly engaged, if that makes any sense. You don't want them so engaged that they're cramping up, but you don't want them so soft that, you know, you're not active in the stretch. Lengthen the spine. Exhale down a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Again, I'm just using my arms for leverage and push. If you're uber flexible, bring those arms forward. Just walk them in front of you. Gonna gently ease up. Take it into cow face legs. So trying to bring your knees into midline. And you might need to like manipulate yourself there. It's not always easy to do these restores. Sounds so easy, but it's not. It's work. For me, when I'm tight, I'd rather be doing all the hard upper body stuff than these like deep flexibility poses. This takes a lot more patience, a lot more self-forgiveness. Exhale, come a little bit deeper. Keep your spine, always keep your spine really long, extended. Good. Inhale, ease up. Beautiful. We're going to take it down onto the spine now for the rest of our relaxation. And if you have a wall, I highly recommend doing your legs up the wall, straddle up the wall, all that good stuff. I don't have a very large blank wall to do that, so I'm just going to take it down onto my mat. Give the knees a gentle hug. Now, if your back is feeling particularly tight today, you might just need to do one knee at a time. I know that seems like so simple just to hug your knees, but I know people with low back issues, doing a deep knee hug can be very painful. So listen to your body, see how you feel today. I feel okay today, surprisingly. I was not doing so good when I was in the car 2 days ago on a 9-hour road trip because I can't sit that long. It's so painful. So I'm surprised this is feeling okay. Take the arms open nice and wide. Anchor the shoulders into the floor. Bring the knees to 90 degrees. Exhale, let the knees fall all the way to one side and turn your gaze in the opposite direction. Imagine that I'm just standing on your shoulders and let those legs fall heavy. If you can, or if you want to, extend the legs straight out. And breathe. Try to really soften into the floor. Imagine that your torso is like warm taffy. Not the hard taffy. That's the worst kind of taffy. And then gently bend the knees, roll back to center. Wiggle out the tailbone. Bring the knees back into 90. So the reason why I wiggle out the tailbone is so I come back to neutral spine before I switch sides. So exhale, let the knees fall all the way. Turn your gaze in the opposite direction. Again, really relax through your trunk. This gives your internal organs just a nice hug. Gets that blood flowing, keeps all systems operating properly. Extend the legs out. So here's a little tip. If you do these kind of stretches a few times a day, it'll keep you from overeating. Because you never want to be like uber full and doing this stretch. So if you just think, I've got to do this stretch in an hour, you'll rethink what kind of foods you're eating. Good. Exhale, bend the knees. Come back to center. And wiggle out that tailbone again. Beautiful. Give the knees a hug. Roll out the ankles. If you can, and again, if you've got low back issues, this might be too intense, but you can take it into Happy Baby. And sometimes Happy Baby doesn't feel so happy to me with my back. I used to think this was like the best stretch in the world until I got degenerative discs. And then this isn't always the greatest, but today it feels okay. Happy Baby, you're just kind of rolling side to side, front to back. You're exploring. You're always exploring when you stretch, seeing how you feel, where are you tight, and then breathe. Soften and relax those tight areas. And then if you can try to extend the legs into more of a straddle to stretch those hamstrings. I'm so tight in my hamstrings today. This is like as far as I'm gonna get. It's not very flexible today. So this is where I would really want to strap, but you can also just hold behind the knees and get a straddle right here. And relax the shoulders into the floor, roll out those ankles one more time. Just releasing. And I hope you guys know barefoot is best. There's so much of me that is yogi. I know I don't like solely do yoga, but there's so much from yoga that I apply to every other fitness modality and to my life and to my running. And one of them is that barefoot is best, minimal is best. And give those knees a hug one more time. And now we're just going to do a quick relax. I know it's like kind of creepy and weird to relax to a video. So I'll just give you a quickie. If you want to be like really comfy, a bolster under the hips is really nice and restful. And then you can just take it to a butterfly. Inhale the arms up. And just relax. So I'm just going to show you a few different relaxation poses. Pick one that you like and just hang out there. Listen to like your favorite song that just mellows you out, makes you feel joyful, makes you feel happy. Whatever that song is. I'm a huge believer in the power of music. And I think like music is that universal language. So find a song that just, you just feel through and through. Close the eyes and really lengthen out each breath. This bolstered, reclining butterfly, Baddha Konasana, feels so amazing. I just want to hang out here forever and ever. But I'll show you some other stretches. So you could just prop the feet and knees in as another good stretch. Legs up the wall. I already mentioned. Bolsters are better than pillows because they don't give. They're not squishy, they're pretty firm. But you could use any kind of firm pillow. Just a classic Shavasana, arms and legs open, is good. Another use of the bolster is putting it under, kind of under the rib cage so that you can get just a little bit of a back bend and a good chest opener. And always start on the feet and just relax. This is great if you tend to be a little bit hunched and you need to offset some postural issues. This is really good for you. And you just want to experiment with placement to make sure that it's comfy on your body. So if you need to kind of take it a little bit, yeah, that feels a little bit better. And start with, again, propped up feet and knees. And then if it feels okay, extend the legs straight out on the floor. And again, close the eyes and relax. So experiment with some different restful, restorative positions. Listen to a good song or just like meditate and breathe. Good. Keep it coming. You don't need me any longer, so I'm going to leave you to it. Thanks for joining me with this Yoga Restore and Relax. Real fit for real life.